Remember, you're not rich enough to lose your temper, Ethan. Like, I stood up for a minute, pal, and you decided to take my chair. How come you took my chair? Is it your chair now? Hi folks, I'm Heathen. This is Heathen's Garage. Today, we're assembling this Turbo 400 transmission. Alright, first step is rear case bushing. This case bushing, which is right here, which is probably really hard for you guys to see, we're going to knock him out and put this new one in. And that'll be pretty good, won't it? Right, Elvis? Elvis, little buddy? Why are you sitting so weird? Stop being weird. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have used one size down, one size up. Now, it was recommended by Mr. JH Transmission, if these looked good and there's no discoloration or anything like that, leave them be, because sometimes they're finished in place. The problem is, this thing is sat dry or whatever for so long that they're all kind of discolored. Not like heat discolored, but just oxidized, I guess. And probably they'd be fine, but I don't know enough to say, and I don't want to find out the hard way that it wasn't okay. So back in she goes in the same orientation I took it out. My book also recommends a drop of red Loctite on all of these, so I'm gonna go get some Loctite, and we'll do that, because that, just follow her in the book, you know?
Elvis, I know can you run again? It's really impressive when you run. People like that. Nobody ever thinks you're as fast as you are. Come on, show everybody how fast you are, Elvis. Come on, let's go fast. Yeah, good boy.
Alright, new bushings installed. Now we're on to this thing, which is like our electrical connector for the downshift solenoid, I guess you call it. It gets a new O-ring, some trans gel, and shoved in. Little bits of trans gel. Should have bought the blue stuff, but I didn't. And it's just as simple as, in you go. That's it. They're pretty easy, that part. Next step, shift seal. Okay, manual shift seal. Where's it? Well, I expect it goes in the hole where the shifter is, eh? Right there. How about this one? Probably right there, eh? So we're gonna knock the old one out first. I don't know if this is the right way to do this. It's the way I'm gonna try it. There's probably better ways. But it did seem to work. It was time to show you guys this kit because I was shocked. We gotta put this seal in, right? And I was like, oh, well, it'll never have one small enough. It does. It's second smallest one, and it's just perfect. So you can find that on Scamazon. Not that I make any money from that, but hey, if you're doing this job, this has made it significantly more pleasant. Just like that. Installed. Right, Elvis? Why aren't you back in your chair? Oh, you're coming over for a visit? Are you? Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, hello. You too? Sniffer? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty smart. No, you're not really, but you're nice. That almost makes up for it. Right, Butt Sniffer? That looks right. I don't want to place. You obviously look comfortable. I'll just sit in this old crappy broken chair. How about that? Probably fall through it later. If you've watched part 3 of this, I think it was part 3, you've already seen me take this apart, but now we're taking it apart for real, and we're gonna put pieces inside of it and clean it and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. These came off. I just, yep, they're off. Snap ring out. Where's my little screwdriver? Don't let it hit you now. There we go. This part off. And we got a Torrington bearing right here. I don't know if I need a new one up or if I have a new one up. Okay. Okay, that's apart. Okay. So there's a bushing. There is. Oh, that looks awful to get out. Well, let's take this out. Oh, there's another one, eh? Ah! Okay. Just set that there for a second. Keep this Torrington bearing separate from this Torrington bearing. Drop this down the hole. Alright, now we gotta get that bushing out of there. Honestly, it looks brand new. We might not do him because it looks like a pain. The right one, does it? Mine has a hole in it. This one does not. Is there a hole for oiling anywhere? Oh, there is too. Well, you know, Ethan, just knock her out. Just go for it, pal. You got it. Note the depth. Oh, measure it first, dum-dum. Who puts you in metric? 2, 2, 3. Alright, everything's gonna be fine. Well, you're committed now. This is an ugly way to do this, but I don't see a different way. Oh, it's definitely much better with a little screwdriver. There she goes, she just collapsed. And now we take a bigger screwdriver, pop it free. Everything's making me nervous. Okay, now that's, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to come out, but it's out. You probably can't see because this. Okay, well, I put a little gack in that. That's no lies there. That could have went nicer. All right, Torrington bearings have been cleaned, lubricated, and we're putting them back together. Just go like that, this way. Yep, that's how the picture shows it, right? Then it just sort of says install it. So we'll just sort of install it. Is this the right way? Now that part's not as easy as you'd like it to be. Oh, whoa, easy. Get better out, put this part in. Slap this part back over. Yeah, just like that. Now we put the snap ring back on. Is there up and downsy? No, there. I think I have something out of place, but it isn't home yet. Something's not. Oh dear. This is not in the right home yet. Okay. That's in. But it isn't going all the way. Why is it not going all the way? Too tight. Too tight against the bushing. What's happened? Okay, let's fix that problem. Okay, we have determined the problem and created the solution. So this bushing, the new one that I just shoved in, is notably wider than the old one. And I was trying to get it to the depth it said, because that's sort of what the book says to do. Notice the book also mentioned that there's a wider one and a narrower one, and it just says the wider one's preferred. Anyways, me smashing it in there a little further, basically it forced itself up against the stopper, and it sort of, you know, collapsed the very end there. As a result, this did not want to slide in all the way. Now we've very carefully and tried to be gentle, massaged it until it fits nice again. And this has still got a wider bearing surface that I haven't touched than the original one. So I think it's fine. I'm not concerned about it in any which way because the bearing width is still wider than the old one. And you know, like it's contacting there, it's nice, it's smooth, it slides in, it goes into its home properly, so I think it's fine. Like you can shove this up and it spins nice, you know, like we're okay. That being said, I do believe I understand now why JH said if the bushings are good, leave them alone. Because, well, that wasted about another half an hour, 45 minutes that I didn't quite intend on wasting. But I digress. That's what I do. I digress. Gonna pop the snap ring back in, and then we'll move on to the next thing. We're getting better at these snap rings, I think, though. So that's good. Maybe we're not. In. Yep, definitely good. And this moves nice. It's fine. Everything's perfect. All right, that part is done. We're on the front planetary assembly. Now, we've got a new bushing for here. I now put another bushing in. Since this one's fine. We've measured it, we've checked it, we looked at the mating surfaces. There's no weird marks for a change. And it's not scored up or anything. There's no heat checks, no nothing. Based on the last 3 bearings we just did. But we do have a new sprag to put in. Oh yeah, balls. Well, they're not really balls, they're rollers, but you know, whatever. Supposedly you can jam these in the wrong way, incidentally, which I would like to avoid. Got a quick clean out, hey? Got a wipe down, a washout. So you gotta pay attention anyways, which way it goes. Because if you can do it wrong, you can bet I'll be the one who does it wrong. We don't see any damage on the inside of this thing, so that's ideal. Incidentally, this outer surface is where the band clamps. One of them, I think the reverse band, it clamps around this. So you wanna have a look at that, make sure it looks not broken or something. Maybe I should throw some rags on the ground if I'm gonna just spray brake clean and ATF on the floor. Now we get to put a nice new piece in. That's pretty cool. It's a little different than the other one, isn't it? Oh, easy. Great care, otherwise balls fall. I recall this being a pain last time too. Now the thing that goes in here should roll one way, not the other way. Lubricate one-way clutch assembly. This is roller clutch, not sprag, or one-way clutch, or whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with this one, so we're gonna just toss it back in the bag and save it for... No, we won't. We'll throw it away. We're never gonna reuse or use. That's not worth the risk there. It says a little bit of ATF. Away we go. All right. Dead on there. A little bit on the bearing. There we go. Now, that is installed. All right, our next step gets to start being more interesting, it looks like. Assemble output shaft. That means we need this part and the other part. All right, let's get the other parts. All right, we just put away. Now we can get it out. That goes on there. Now we should have a black, plasticky looking thing that goes over top. Yep, right here. Install the silencer ring. That'll be this. Just to lubricate a bit. Lubricated. Now, this I guess, eh? Lubricate these ones. Oh yeah, we're making a mess now. Okay, am I doing this right? I think so. It's not in all the way. It doesn't go here. Maybe it does. But I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Where is that part? Is this supposed to go somewhere? Is it going in here? Is that the real deal? I don't know about that. There she goes. Do I like it? No, what's supposed to happen? Does that look right to you? It looks a lot like the picture. Now, I know you guys just watched me knock the case bushing in like 2 minutes ago. Now you get to watch me do it again, because I forgot that JH had sent me the new and improved, more better, heavier duty situation. So the one bushing that I haven't screwed up so far, I kind of screwed up. Anyways, it comes with the new Torrington bearing, like a thrust style, and some shims that we have to use, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna get rid of this before I wonder why it's here. Now, the tricky part is, The new one is supposed to get installed from this side. I need a longer punch, because that's all the way down. I wish you could see. Maybe I can make it so you can see. See, it goes way down there, and it's got like, see, it's sort of got a lip and a saddle I don't know. Anyways, it fits down there and it bottoms out. So we need to figure out a way to do that, I guess. We'll figure it out. We're not so hard pressed on resources. Show you something pretty cool here. See this tool? Probably can't. You can put two of them on, right? Now you got a real nice driver. I just figured that out, actually. Probably I should have been doing that more. Like if I'd done that on that other bushing, wouldn't have wrecked it. Now what I need to do is figure out how I'm supposed to reach down there and hit it. What we have here is an extension for that press. It's definitely not the handle out of my jack, and it just happens to fit perfect. Other way. And it just happens to fit over top. And we will gently, and being very careful not to screw this up, tap it in there. Maybe 2 hits and then check, Heathen. Let's not screw it up. If I screw this one up, I have to ask for another one. That would be embarrassing. So much for 2 hits and then check, eh? Just kind of went for it, I guess. It was just feeling right. And I tell you what, it's good. I'll show you. I'll even show you. Yeah. Can you see through that hole? If I hold this up for you, can you see in there? One way or another? How about through the bottom? Can you see through there? Or that, hey? No bushing. No, we gotta blow that out again. I think there must have been some dirt in my bushing extension. Were you hoping to come inside, Elvis? And I locked you out? Hold on. I think doggos will have a treat. Yeah, we'll have a treat. Hey? Oh, very nice sit, Elvis. Can you sit? Oh, very nice sit, huh? Yeah, good dogs. Much smart. Good smart dogs. Now, the instructions for the new upgraded rear bearing are remove these 2 things, this one and this one, and you install this, which is a Torrington bearing and some shims. If this picture is like this picture, then the outer one, there's orientation to this, you gotta follow the instructions. Give this a squirt of ATF so it's not dry. You know, we're just gonna dunk it, because that seems like the safer choice. We'll give her a dunk. Okay, that's in there. Cool beans. That little part's done. Now, we're actually getting ready to assemble some stuff. Like we're gonna be putting things together now. Isn't that cool? Right. First thing going in is the low band, which I inadvertently may have called a reverse band earlier. I apologize for the miscommunication. Oh, I see. See this? This hole. This is okay. I'm just learning this for the first time. So this hole has a thing that goes through it, an accumulator piston or whatever you call it. That's what engages with this, and it squishes this, right? Does stuff. That's how that operates. Now you know what that. Well, now I know. Now we all know, except the guys that already knew, but I didn't know. So that's what engages that. Now this is hard to show you, but we're doing our best. It just squishes in there, you know? Just squishes in there. You just install it, that's all. Nothing to it. That's what the instructions said, is just install it. I'm really happy with that book, but it's not very great on specific techniques. But you know, what am I expecting? Them to tell me how to do everything? Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. I keep reaching here like I'm gonna find something, but there ain't nothing to reach through there. Oh, if I do it this way, I can see what I'm doing now. Okay, what are we stuck on now? That one goes, oh, we need to turn this way in that direction maybe, hey? Is that better? No, that's worse. Oh boy, yep. Show that who's boss. Ow, that hurt, yeah. Oh boy, that really stung.
Okay. Well, how about a screwdriver? Just lift that up a little bit, maybe, hey? Give it a bit of squish. Oh yeah, that's the way. Now we're making progress. Yeah, things are happening. I'm not convinced they're all good things, but they're happening. Oh yeah! That felt great! In you go. Come on. Ethan, if you're gonna get rammy, walk away. Just remember, you're not rich enough to lose your temper, Ethan. Just walk away if you can't. See you in a minute. So the low band's installed. That was no sweat at all. That went great. See? It's down there. Can you see it? Oh, hang on. Just stop trying to fall over. I'll show you how this operates. So here's the thing. It does the stuff. It grips the outside of that drum, right? Now when this accumulator that goes over here applies pressure to do whatever it does, it pushes on here, and it has one stage, then it grabs the other ones, and they all push together, see? That's how that works. I sure am glad that went well and, you know, didn't lose my temper or anything. Alright, I know my table's getting a little crowded here, but it seems like every time I put something away, I need it again almost immediately. So, table's just gonna be a mess for a few minutes. Now, I wasn't clear about this earlier. We've got this Torrington bearing that goes on the end of the output shaft and fits into the case, and it replaces these two things. Now, what I did to set shims is I just measured the old one and measured these ones, and I'm crossing my fingers that that gets us close. We'll check in play and get it correct when the time comes. Now, it goes in like that, and we're gonna install this whole assembly. Line it up over our hole, and I think we just, you know, down periscope as it were. Oh, can I hold on to this? Does it fall apart if I do that? I don't think it does. Oh yeah, smash into everything, Ethan. That's important. Okay, in you. Not everything went how it was supposed to there, that's for certain. It doesn't want to go through the band. Oops. Maybe I don't have the band in the right place. Is that a possibility? Ah! There out you go! Seems like it was caught halfway there. Like this innermost part of the band is not playing fun. I don't know how to show you this at the same time as do it. I don't know how to help that. You put it in, you hold it as best you can, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, you dirty dog. I didn't get it again. Okay. Well, on the plus side, we'll be really experienced with this. Yep, same thing happened. Are you getting quite comfortable? Very good. Want a treat? That's a nice ATF potato. Okay. Try it again. Get the hole lined up this time. That was awkward. We're gonna have to do this so that I can see, not so you guys can see. Yay! Alright. It's in. Sorry you didn't get to watch. I'll show you the picture. Probably gonna have to do it 6 more times to get the old end play right anyway, so we'll try and show you on one at a time. There, I believe that is fully installed. Hopefully. Alright, now this guy goes in. It's called the sun gear. It fits into those 2 sets of planetaries, and it has a direction. It's got a bevel on one side, and it's flat on the other side. And it says something, chamfered edge towards back of case. In you go. Is it in all the way? Maybe. You can tell.
Now we don't want to put this in yet, but I'm just going to see if it fits nice. I think so good. I think we got her in her home there, because everything goes where it's supposed to. All balls up nice. Lower spacer. Alright, now we're on to this part, which is our center support. Inside of here, there is a bushing, which does make the list of you should really change these ones. So, since we have the tooling and it's recommended, we are going to change it. Take your thrust washer off. We may as well take these things off. Piston rings. What are they actually called? Sealing rings. Let's get him apart. On the note of the bushing that is supposed to be really changed, ours does look brand new. And it probably is, because as I maybe mentioned in the other videos, this transmission was sold to me as a rebuilt unit, and then it drove about 100 feet. It had no first gear, and then it very quickly had no gears at all. So, regardless, it probably was changed already, but we've got a cool bushing set, and you know, let's just do the whole thing, aside from the one that I already didn't do. Oh, we get to show you a new tool I bought. Now, we spent all the money on this. We finally invested in a set of snap ring pliers. Look at that, eh? You remember what a fight that was before? Not a fight anymore. Now, you just take this all apart. All the pieces out. All the springs out. This thing out, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Sure, we're gonna take it out. Yeah, we want it. Oh yeah, because we got seals to put in here. Okay, now we're gonna knock a bushing in here. In order to do this bushing in here, which I don't even know if you can see, but it's quite long. Like, it's probably there-ish. We're gonna need something harder than a plastic table to hammer on. So we moved over to the dirty side of the shop, where I try and keep my mess so you guys don't have to look at it. We've got a piece of exhaust pipe, which may or may not be heavy duty enough, we're not sure. We've slid that over there. That's reasonable. We've set up our seal pusher with both the inner and the outer this time, now that we figured out how to use it properly. We're gonna get a hammer and hopefully knock that right through. There it is. It's out. Now, did this need to be changed in our particular case? No, I think it was fine, because I think they all got done, you know, when it was rebuilt last time. But, nonetheless, we did it. And I'm happy we did it. And I'm not sad we did it. We're going to do it again. Now, also, it's important to note, this has a slot in it for an oil hole. And I expect you want to align that with something. I made a mark earlier, and that's where the slot goes, so I'm just going to put it there. I think it matters enough that you should do it. That's what I think. Now, this doesn't have an upsy-downsy, so we're just going to line her up. And in we go. Gotta keep this one straight, I guess. I'm going to just actually swap this out for a bigger one. It's trying to force itself inside, so I'm going to swap the top one out for a little bit bigger. See if that doesn't improve the situation. Oh yeah, that's better. And we are gonna go till it's flush. There it is. Okay, now we're just gonna have to scuff that little rough spot I put on it in. And that bushing is installed. Okay, we are on to our very first set of lip seals. Now, we are here. You see them? You see them? Yeah, you probably see them. We've got an inside set and an outside set. And they go in there like that. You have to fight them in. And it's kind of a pain in the neck. Now, my guy sent me one of these. A lip wizard. And you sort of just slide him in there and you roll him around. And that's the hot ticket. Alright? Slide him in there. Roll them around. I think you have to put a little force down. Now this is a practice one. We don't have new ones on here yet. I haven't used this thing and I wanted to try it. You know, it's not like a nothing skill to put these in properly. Now, alternatively, I also bought a set of these off Amazon, and they might work. Same deal. That didn't last long. Amazon junk. This is maybe junk, but let's try it again in the right position with the lip wizard. You got choices, is what I'm trying to tell you. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Now we're gonna try it for real with new seals. Right after we clean this up a little. Get these guys out. 1, 2. And they go on somewhere. They go on right here. Alright. They have a right way and a wrong way. And I don't know if you can see what they look like. They get in. Oh, excuse me. They go into this spot. They go into this spot and they just sort of nicely fit in there, and you just put them in real careful like, I think. I've never done it before. I don't know why you guys are listening to me. We're just, you know, fighting to survive here. Get a little bit of assembly goo on there. Now, this was definitely supposed to be blue stuff, not green stuff. But green stuff's what I got. And how about a little bit on this surface too? I should have got the blue stuff, but I didn't. I got the green stuff. Yes, I did. All right, that's smeared up enough. Just set that there. We're gonna do lip wizard. Now, Ethan, you've said it 16 times. You still do it wrong. Line it up in the spot that it goes. Okay, maybe the inside first then. No, easy. Easy. Don't force it. All right, that is successfully in. Now, smart money here would carry on, but I know me, and I know how lucky I am, so we pull it right back out and make sure we didn't tear it. Then at least we know we are capable of doing it successfully. Okay, now do it again. I know that might have seemed pointless, because now I have just as much of a chance of tearing it this time, but at least I know that I did it once already without tearing it. And it's just a little bit of peace of mind, you know? That might seem really strange to some folks, but I know I'll sleep at night. There, in. Now we just hope that it's actually in there right. That's all you can really do, I think. Put these guys in. There's 6 spots and only 3 screws, and that drives me nuts. But, you know, that's how it is. So, what are you supposed to do about that? Nothing. Then we put this guy on. Take our shiny new snap ring pliers, whatever they're called. Now, these are better for taking off than installing, I guess. We might have to go get our little spring compressor deal. Or we won't. Cool. Alright, got these to install. We got new ones, so we're going to use our new ones. These are sort of differenter ones. Yeah, I like the orange color. It means high performance. That's what orange is. That's why I wear orange shoes. I want to be high performance. We got these 3 pieces to put together. There's another Torrington bearing. We're going to clean him up. Lube him up. Flip this guy over. Now, it does say use a generous amount to hold this together, because you have to install it, you know, with this hanging. Now we have points towards green, because green is like the higher, tackier, stickier assembly goo, as opposed to blue, which is, you know, more focused on lubrication than necessarily sticky. It does say be generous. We are gonna be generous. Okay, this guy goes in next. Thrust washer's in place. Torrington bearings in place. This has to go in the right spot exactly. We need to figure out what the right spot is exactly. Doesn't feel like that was in all the way. It's supposed to go further than that. Oh, it went that time. Okay. But it's still not all the way home, I don't think. Where'd the trans gonna get to? Well, I'm not totally sure what I did because, you know, I wasn't able to see and do it at the same time, but I wiggled and now it's in all the way. You can see right here, it sits flush with where the ring's gonna go. So that's good. We've made significant progress. So seconds after I said, boy, I think that's okay, it dropped in even further. And then I knew I had done something wrong. So I just pulled it back apart, put the spacer ring, which looks like a snap ring, except it's in here, and I'm not taking it out now. But they're cut at a different angle, and it's way thinner than one of these. Anyways, it sits below that center support. It lifts it up. It's a spacer. Spaces it away. Anyways, it's back in there now, and everything looks hunky-dory. So, I think we're ready for a snap ring according to the book. Looks like. We're gonna try and pop him in. However, before we put that snap ring in, and by before, I mean I just put that snap ring in and then realized I had to take it back out, we gotta talk about this. See this? It's called a case saver. It saves cases. It goes right here. See that? It does stuff. Saves the case. Just it fills in this area, puts less force on things. Something. I don't know. Somebody told me it was important, so we're putting it in. Suits me. That guy knows. Good enough for me. So now that it's in there, where it belongs, see that? Hangs out there. We can put our snap ring in. Editor Ethan here. That is actually the wrong snap ring I'm installing, as was later pointed out to me by JH Transmission. There's also specific instructions on where you're supposed to leave the open end that is at least listed in my book. And that's also in the wrong spot currently. We're back. Now I ignored this project for about a week because I had to work. Like, it's normal. That's what happens is I work during the week. Anyways, we didn't touch it for the last week. And the reason is, while we do have the lower half assembled, there's another thing that we need to measure right about now. As soon as you put that snap ring in, you can measure your end plate. Which, if you don't know what that is, as near as I understand it, there's this shaft sticking out. You just want to measure it up and down. And you should have, hang on, I got paper. For a TH400, 07 to 19 thou of end plate. And what it feels like we have is none. But we're gonna double check it. To do that, we got a dial indicator. Now it's got a good magnetic base, right? So you put it on here. No, you don't put it on here because this is aluminum. But I have a solution for that I discovered on the internet. I didn't know it. Okay, we got a metal plate and a bolt. And we're just gonna bolt this metal plate onto the back of the transmission. Nice and firm, and then the thing can sit on that. How about that idea, eh? Okay, see? Metal plate bolted on, thing, the dial indicator. Now we can lift this up and down. Oh, we actually have more than I thought. We got some. But quite simply, that some is not enough some. So we're going to take it back apart and figure out if we need to add a shim or remove a shim, and we'll go from there. Now remember how I said I had the wrong snap ring in there? What that means is everything I'm doing in taking this apart and setting the end plate is completely pointless because it was all wrong. The process is okay, but I definitely had to correct this after I'd made the video already. The good news is, during the process, I found another mistake that I'd made that likely would have been fatal to the transmission had I left it. What we had in there was the Torrington bearing, which I'm sure I've talked about already, and one shim, which was a 910 thou-ish. Now if we had about 4 thou before, and we take out this shim, I think you have to take out a shim to get more space. Sort of makes sense in my brain. That should give us like 13, 14, which puts us right in spec. So that's what we're gonna try to start with. Okay. case is so much lighter with all stuff. Bearing with no shims now, which seems really strange to me, and I'm not positive I'm right, but that's what we're trying. We're about to find out. That's all there is to that. This guy goes in. Oh, the transmission in a specific spot. Oh, wait. Oh, isn't that interesting? There's a thrust washer I never put in. This is a really good thing I'm taking it apart. There's a thrust washer that's supposed to be on top of that set of Planetaries that I never put in. That could have been bad. See these? I had 2 of them, right? I had 2, and I didn't know why I had 2. So I left them both out. Because I thought they were for the bottom half of the case. I was like, that's weird. I wonder how they stack too. And I carried on with life. What I didn't notice is that one of them goes in here. And you can tell that, A, because it shows it in the book, and B, because you can see by the old marks on this that, hey, that was, you know, where the holes are. It's hard to see probably from your angle, but anyways, one of these has to go in here. How did I miss that step in the instructions? Boy, that probably would have been catastrophic. And I would have never known because I thought I had a solution for it. Sure, I'm glad we had to take it apart. Oh, we're gonna call that big time lucky. Somebody was checking on us, hey dogs? Yeah, you're not. You buy into that? Not you, hey Elvis. You're busy now. Now we got her back together. I may have elected to shut the camera off there because sometimes when things aren't going so good, you just gotta not be being watched, you know? We're checking end play now. And, yeah, now we got way too much. So I guess we'll take it back apart and put a different one in. Now, admittedly, it is frustrating to me that I'm taking this apart again, but you know, if it isn't right, it's gonna be a bad day. So let's fix it, because this is now too much. Back apart she goes. Now, I think it was about here that I talked to JH Transmission, and he said, hey man, I think you got the wrong snap ring in there. And sure enough, I did. So now on the next measurement, we should be at least close. Alright, we did it again. We put a shim back in. Now that we're set here, we have 11/12 thou, which is finally within spec. Incidentally, it's got the exact same shims that it had in it when I started. But it also has the correct bushing in between the Planetaries, and, you know, that would have been catastrophic, I expect. So, no harm, no foul, yet. It starts there, and that's at 0. Now we've got, you can push it down 2 thou, back up 9 thou, down 2 3 thou, up 9 thou. Oh, maybe I should stand where you can see the transmission, eh? Elvis, come back! Hey, you're the star of the show, come back! Yeah! Yeah! Good doggos. Yeah. Folks, that'll be it for today. Like, I know that you're probably sick of multi-part of transmission building, but I'm sick of multi-part transmission building too. It's time to have a weekend. We'll see you next time when we finish this job once and for all. Thanks for watching and subscribing. If you want to support the channel a little more, you can head over to heathensgarage.com and pick up a t-shirt or a hoodie or a hat or whatever you like. And if you don't, that's fine too. You guys have a good time. You guys have a good time? We'll see y'all next time. Bye. Get it. Yeah, good boy. Good doggo. Don't hit others' cars. Yeah, that was probably scary, eh? Is it your chair now? Probably, eh? Okay. I'll move you out of the way. Hang on, okay? Hang on. You're okay. Hang on. Chill out. Nothing's happening. You're good. You're good. It's okay. I don't know. You're probably upset that you don't have a chair. Dogs are high maintenance sometimes. Oh, well, if I put you there, the people won't be able to see you, and that's, you know. It has been said that they're really just here to see you, not me, so let's move you over.